Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Wednesday, February the 18th, recording this at about 3:30 in the afternoon. You notice something new behind me? No, not the blinds. I got a new chair. I've been putting this together. The other one had holes forming in the armrests, and I had to make sure I got a good deal on this one. But yeah, I can just kick back, relax, put my feet up, and watch Channel 7. Be on the computer, blog. And anyway, so we got a lot to talk about here. I mean, it is incredible. And I know a lot of the teachers, parents, students, everybody out there saying, Todd, when's that SchoolCon index coming out? You said you were going to do that Wednesday. Well, I will release a preliminary SchoolCon index later on in the evening. It's been a very busy day. They called school off this morning, so had to, daddy daycare. Anyway, can you say that about a 5? Anyway, so I want to take you through the computer models here for the next few days. We'll use the morning run of the GFS. The big question, of course, you probably know by now, winter storm watch has been issued for much of the state, including the metro. But the big question that will have to be answered still on the Thursday system, because it looks like we're going to get the moisture. Here's the question. How long do the temperatures stay at or below 32 degrees at your location? That 32 degree line will work from southwest to northeast throughout the day. How fast? Well, in these situations, when you have retreating Arctic air, you should always hedge on the model that is the slowest with bringing in the air above freezing, because Arctic air is very difficult to erode. Could it go faster? Sure. But usually if you want to make a good forecast, you hedge towards the slower of those models. And right now, that's the NAM model, from what I've seen, is slower than that. And the GFS is a lot quicker. I might go with something a little bit of a in-between with that. But you are looking at the GFS. And near record cold temperatures tonight. The record low is 17, set back in 1910. And it's possible that we will tie or break that. Well, all right, let's go into the period in question. Let's back up here. This is midnight on Thursday night, Friday morning, and then 6 a.m. So between those hours, midnight, 6 a.m., the precipitation is breaking out. Now, to understand, weatherbell.com, got to give them credit. There goes the retreating area of high pressure. You have easterly winds, and they'll eventually come out of the southeast low pressure, and moisture's overriding this cold dome of air at the surface. And you see that. Just to let you know, that's sleet that you see in the orange, that's snow in the blue, and then in the purple color, you see freezing rain. Green is rain, obviously. We all know what freezing rain does in this area of the state. 32 degree line is in the red. Do you see that 32 degree line? 35 degree line is in the blue. So you know what we're looking at right here. So it's light precipitation. And then it may pick up a little bit, but I think it still remains light for the most part. This is between 6 a.m. and noon. And what the GFS is doing, it's got the freezing line right on top of central Arkansas. It holds it longer across the Ouachitas. We go from sleet to freezing rain across central Arkansas. It may start out as snow and sleet in this area of the state and then go over to mostly sleet. And eventually, in this area that has sleet, you'll go over to freezing rain before you get plain old rain, because the upper levels start to warm a little bit more in this sort of situation. So you have the snow pushing away, and then the sleet chasing that out, and the freezing rain chasing that out, and then it becomes a cold rain. So that's the situation according to this model. Now, the NAM holds that 32 degree line a little bit further towards the south. So it might be somewhere sort of in between. Jump ahead, and it's still northern Arkansas throughout the afternoon. So that could be the area hit hardest, because you will hold on to those sub-freezing temperatures the longest across northern Arkansas and the northeastern areas of the state. And see how that sleet moves away and the cold rain starts to come in to the south and central portions of the state. This is a situation, very important, this is a situation where Friday night into Saturday morning, the temperatures do not start to fall. They go up all night long. So, all night long. Anyway, so you have 35 degrees here at, according to this, or right around the metro, at 6 p.m. on Friday. And then look at 6 a.m., there's the 35 degree line has gone up towards the north. There's the low pressure. So you're getting that counterclockwise flow into that low. I'm a poet and don't know it. And you have a cold rain, and the temperatures have actually gone up. So now you're like, okay, now we're getting into warmer air, somewhat warmer air. There's some instability with this. This is the next piece of the puzzle that's really interesting. Let's go into Saturday afternoon. Surface, that's a little too far. The surface low is here. I think there could be thunderstorms with this, and then more cold air coming on the backside. I don't think that we're looking at, I can't rule out a severe thunderstorm, but maybe a strong thunderstorm or two. It's showing, the models are showing that instability values shoot up. So there may be rumbles of thunder by Saturday. So to recap, in case you have any questions, near record cold, winter storm watch, freezing rain, sleet, snow, cold rain, temperatures rising, and thunderstorms. Oh, and then the cold air comes back in. Let's see what the GFS wants to do with that cold air. Once it ushers back in, there it is. It's got most of the moisture leaving Sunday as that cold air comes back, and we don't see much of a changeover, little if any, according to this run of the GFS. But the cold air comes right back. I told you never say never to Arkansas weather, and after a quiet winter, for the most part, it hasn't been quiet the entire time, but it's definitely been quieter than this. Thank you so much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.